scientific lore. Throw away the rest, but you don't need it anymore. Tree crusher, the lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the brief. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing all your dreams. Going to land. Don't believe in cryptids that leave footprints in the sand. Don't believe in spirits appearing from the dead. The only demons out there are living in your head. Dream crusher, the lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the brief. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing all your dreams. Dream crusher, the lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the brief. A dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means.
What's up? It's Friday night! Woo! Oh, I love jamming out to that opening. That is so good. Donna's here.
Hi,
Donna's
guys.
in the house, everyone.
I know I'm back. I hope you missed me.
Yeah, I hope so. I did.
I'm glad.
I did. A
I'm glad
lot. Because I was like, oh my God, what am I doing?
I
And last week was with, well, no, not last week. Last week we were off
right.
because we were in Philly sweating our balls off.
For a
Well,
beautiful wedding.
Some of us were sweating our balls off. 1 minute into the show. Anyway, hello everyone. Hello. Oh my goodness. There are so many people. Donna was looking at the chat and she's like, there are so many people you have to say hi to.
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness. The opening is just great. I love it. You guys are just piling in. Oh, I love that you want to hang out with me on a Friday night. It's awesome. Dr. Deb, Julie R. Who else? Jade Kitten's in the house. Wisdom. JK47 Paranormal Investigations. Watch out. Fires. Glenda. Cat Mac is in the house. Devon Zipper. Entity 7 Paranormal Joe Vitale, because he has to state his whole freaking name. We got Julia. No, I keep wanting to say Julia because I have a Julia here. Julie J a D. I like that. Dawn of the Dead's in the house. We got Faith. We got Chris. We got who else? We got Daniel Reed's in the house. Skeptic at large. Okay, like that's like news at 10. Skeptic at large. Daniel Reed loose on the streets. Dawson Toller. Who let him in here?
Tom Nally popped in.
Tom Nally, what's up? Wonton. Debunk the Junk. Diane. Who else? I'm going through. I'm trying to see everyone. Susan Edwards Stender. That's like an author name. That's like a Michael J. Fox kind of name. I like that. Rob is in the house. Cynthia. Sky. She was first. She had a bunch of comments. Antonio is in the house. We got so many people. Jeffrey Funk. Foxfire. That's awesome. I like that. It's like Foxfire. What? On fire. Because I'm Fox. Ian's in the house. What's up? All right. I think I got everyone. Oh, Yummy Donut. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Woo, we got a lot of people. I need to have like a professional name sayer.
Professional name
Like that
sayer.
just rattles off the names because there's so many. I love it. I love it. These guys are great. You guys are awesome. So it's open mic night. Let's get to the rules because what is this show without some rules? Rule number 1 is that you are welcome to ask questions. That's what this show is about. It's a learning show.
Bob's in the house.
Damn it, Bob. About time you got here.
Bob, keep me updated on the Phillies.
Oh my. She was bugging us before we got on. Like, I hope Bob's here so that he can update me. 'Cause we're away from the sports.
Yes, I'm away from the sports. Team.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you can ask questions. I encourage that. That's what the show is about, especially when we have open mic night. So it's you guys. You can ask paranormal questions related to skepticism or beliefs, or just looking for opinions and gadgets and shit like that. So feel free. Which goes in the rule number 2 is that I don't know everything. Plain and simple. I mean, I know a few things about a lot. Like I know like a little bit here and there about a lot of things, but then I have to, read up on what I'm doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you know a lot about a lot.
I know a lot about a few things, like rum. Anyway, rule number 3 is we follow the Patrick Swayze rule here, and that's be nice. And that means you can be in the comment section and you can have discussions, you can have debates, you can disagree. That's fine. Just don't devolve into name calling, and just don't be a dick. That's all. That's all we ask. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a douche.
Because then you're the douche. Wow. I think that's the first time I've ever heard you say that. I'm flabbergasted. I must say. The double douche. Welcome to the double douche. Anyway, rule number 4 is if you do have a question for tonight, please do us a favor. Put capital Q in front of it. That way it's easier for Donna to pick out of the conversation that's going on in the chat room, and we can get to it. Rule number 5 is my favorite of all time. It's drink up. If you got a drink, enjoy it. We got some special tea tonight. So let me get this off and get to my open mic night. I like that. I like it. I get so giddy when I make new frames. I do. Oh my goodness. I really get no name. Hey, Bob, that only applies to you. Like that's a nickname. It's not name calling. It's nicknames. So there. Haha. All right. So I want to just go over real quick. 2 weeks ago, we had a show. We were live on location. Daniel Reed was my co-host for that show because it was the night before the Grafton Monster Festival. Boy, that was fun. That was actually some fun. We set up a booth, and we had Daniel had his West Virginia Skeptic Society booth set up. So we had a nice banner on the front. We had magazines. We had some Skeptical Inquirer magazines. We had a bunch of CFI pens that I brought with me. We had brochures, and he had flyers about his group and how to join, and information about what skepticism is. I brought some of my my strategies for solving mysteries. It's like a handout that I do, and we had a good time. I mean, it was nice weather. It wasn't too hot. It was sunny, and we had a lot of people coming through the booth. And I must say, I am so proud of Daniel because not only, in my opinion, which is completely biased, did he have the best talk through the whole event, because they had speakers through the whole event. Not only did he have the best talk because it was the most informative and educational, and that's I don't think that's biased at all, because it is. When you listen to them, most of the people were just telling stories, like, oh, I think this place is haunted and this place is a monster. I saw a Bigfoot here. But Daniel was informative, and it was the most well attended. And that is not from me. That came from the organizers. They told us that it was the most attended lecture of the weekend. So
good job, Daniel.
Awesome, Daniel. Good job. And he was into it. It was nice. It was nice watching him work. So, but otherwise, we did our little like monster hunt. Daniel and I went through the day before, and we went to the place where the alleged sighting happened, and we looked around and kind of figured out where some noises might be coming from, and this and that. So it'll be in a write-up. Daniel's going to write up an article about it, and it'll be in SI hopefully soon. And then I will follow up with a video of our shenanigans at the festival. So that should be fun. Shenanigans.
Always with you.
Yeah. It was actually more Daniel, I think, this time.
Yeah.
He was the shenanigator.
There's a new word for you.
Yeah, I know. I had to concentrate to make sure I said it right because it was like a lot of word. It was a lot to go there. But Daniel Reed does, yeah, he does rock. He did a great job. And I did record most of it, which I think I'm going to send it to him once I get through editing some of it. I did record most of it, but I did miss the beginning of it, which is actually pretty good because he told a story, and it was a special kind of story that had like a twist to it, and I didn't want to spoil the twist just in case he gives this talk somewhere else. But yeah, for the most part, I do have the talk recorded, and I will give it to him so he can post it on his site and for everyone to enjoy. So there we go. All right, so tonight is open mic night. That means you guys keep the show going as long as you guys ask questions. And we keep it to a 2-hour limit because Donna does not like going into 3 hours. Although
No.
I do.
No. Maybe you'll get lucky one night and I'll go into 3 hours, but not tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just dangling the carrot.
I'm already
Dangling
feeling,
the carrot.
I'm not 100% tonight.
Yeah, Donna's got a migraine. So, but she's pushing through in order to monitor your comments and make sure we don't have any Russians posting porn. Good job, Donna. Yeah, I love it. All right. So again, this show goes on as long as you guys ask questions or put topics out there. I will also, I'm going to copy the link. Let me see. Where do I go? Oh, there it is. I forgot how to do this. I'm going to put the link in to join the show in the chat room every so often. And that way, if you have a question or maybe a comment or something that you'd like to come on and do it virtual face to virtual face and spend a couple minutes, not the entire show unless you're really interesting. But yeah, you can come on and talk about it. So, oh, big hello, Kenny from Northern Ireland. What? Hello, Vanessa. Wow, awesome. All right. So I'm going to put this in, I'm going to paste that, go into the chat room so you guys can see it if you dare. You got to have a webcam and a microphone. That's pretty much it. I did have someone way back in the beginning was like, yeah, I want to come on. I was like, all right, cool. But they didn't have a webcam. Like, nah, we don't do that. You got to show your face. Don't hide. All right. So do we have any questions? Show your face. Show your face. I want to know who I'm talking to. You know, like sometimes that's I
except for me.
Well, you show your face once in a while. You do. But I mean, like when I'm having a discussion with someone, I want to know I want to look at them. I want to know who I'm talking to. Sometimes they hide behind like a page name and I have no idea who I'm talking to. And I hate that. Some of them, like, you know, side-eye guy hide behind a mask, which is good because I've seen his real face. Good with the mask.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, he's good. We have fun going back and forth. I think it's all right. It should be cool. If it's not, well, he wears a mask. You don't know who he is anyway. I know. Oh. All right, what do we got? We got anything? Yeah, we do have a couple. Cool. JK47. I like saying that. I like a lot of the nicknames that we have from people because it just feels cool. I feel like I'm in a video game. I'm like, what's up, JK47? Like a post-apocalyptic video game. Question, what is your take on Billy Carson and his theories? Well, you got me stumped from the beginning because I don't know who Billy Carson is. Carson. Let's see. Is this a supplement guide? Billy Carson. I'm not sure Let's see. Founder and CEO of For Knowledge. Oh, is this like a political kind of thing? Because I don't do. Wait, thank you, brother. Oh, I know it's you, Jonathan. I know. Yeah, because I think we've talked about that before. But yeah, can you clarify what you mean? Like, is this the? Because the when I look for it, oh wait, the Epic of Humanity, Emerald Tablets, Black Gentleman. Oh, why's it gotta be black? I'm just kidding. Yeah, he came up. Uh, let's see. Founder of For by Knowledge Inc. Best-selling author of Compendium of Emerald Tablets and Woke Doesn't Mean Broke. Yeah, I think this is going into some topics that I don't normally go into.
Yeah, you got the right guy.
Yeah. You're gonna be first on the list of things to look up because because there's a lot of political stuff that's coming up, and if that's where this is going, I don't do that. I just don't get into political stuff on this show because it's just people are too passionate, and I even more so than paranormal topics. So I really don't go into the politics because honestly, I hate them. I hate politics because I think they're all liars.
Okay.
I was like, all right, shut up. Just keep going. So I'm gonna write it down here so that I can look it up a little bit more. And if you don't mind, like if you have a specific like you asked about theories, like his theories, like can you go into more, let's see, more concerned about his studies on Matrix universe. Let's see. Does that say? Maybe I can address that. Matrix universe. I mean, I like the first Matrix movie. It was good, and I think they went downhill after that. I really do. I don't think. Let's see. Fractal holographic universe. Oh, yeah. I gotta look into this guy because I want to see what his background is, and I want to read up on it before I start making comments because I don't want to speak out of my wheelhouse because that just makes me look kind of silly. And I'm not saying that's what you were going for. I'm just let me look it up and see what it's about, and then I can have a better. That'll be my for next week. That'll be my what I learned last week. All right, moving on. But thank you for the question. It gives me something to look at. Damn it, Bob. Here's a question that has never been asked on your show before. Are you sure? If you could curse one object, what would be the object and what would be the result of the curse? Wow. So I love when Bob brings out these thought experiments. Oh my God. Side note, Aaron, who is a good friend of the show, he came up like 2 weeks ago or something like that, 2 or 3 weeks ago, spent the weekend here, and we got into these kind of questions all night. It was just me and him. We went to a Chinese buffet, came back, started drinking, and had like 3 or 4 hours worth of these kind of questions. And it was amazing. You would have loved it, Bob. So what item, if I could curse an object, what would I curse? And what would be the result of that curse? I would, maybe I would, oh shit, what would it be? What would it be? I'm trying to think of a popular haunted item that, you know what? I would curse all EMF meters. And the curse would be critical thinking. The curse would result in the user realizing that this is a piece of shit and doesn't detect ghosts, and they would throw it away. And that would be it. There you go. One problem solved. And if I could do that with REM pods and Radio Shack hacks and PB7 or SB7s and the DR60, that would. I changed my answer. Goes on the DR60. I would curse that everyone that touches it or listens to it would hate it forever and never want to own one ever again. There you go.
That's good.
Yeah, I just hate that thing. It's so annoying. All right. Let it go, Daniel. Oh, is Daniel like getting mad about something? I don't know. All right. What else we got? Have you ever attended a seance? Ooh, that's a good one. I have. I have attended several. Um, I was at one that was at the Hinsdale House here in New York. I was there, and somebody. It was actually a funny story. That was a video that I did, and I put it on. It's on the Center for Inquiry channel. Um, excuse me. Where I went there for a night, and they at the end of the night they did a séance, and the gentleman that hosted the séance, I I was able to zoom in on his hands and find that he was moving the table, and it was great. Like the table was moving back. It wasn't table tipping. It was just like the table was moving back and forth and swaying like this, and it was all part of the séance. And I was able to actually call that out and show that it was fake, that they were manipulating it. It wasn't the house itself. It was just the guy that was running the séance. I was at another séance at the Knickerbocker Hotel. I went there. I was invited there for the world's largest ghost hunt and spent the night there. The owner, really, really nice, Peg Knickerbocker. Wonderful woman, very kind and very polite. She invited me out. She knew what I did, and she wanted to get my take on it. So she also invited several other people, a psychic or two, a couple ghost hunters, and then a guy from that was a spiritualist. So he showed up, and actually, there's an article about it on skepticalinquirer.org. It's the last article I put up called the Knickerbocker Hotel, but it's basically it was probably one of the worst seance performances I've seen ever. It was just so vague. I don't know if they were nervous because they were being watched and filmed because there were multiple cameras on them. I was live streaming it to TikTok just to show like, hey, I'm at a seance, and I would go in and out. I would let them go for like 15 minutes, film it, and then go out in the hallway and give commentary to it. So it wasn't like disrupting them, but I could still give commentary, basically saying they're not doing anything. And then what else? Have I been to others? I don't think I've ever. Well, I did the one. I think one of the first ones I did was with Mark Edward when we were in Vegas.
Oh, that was
Remember that?
cool. Yeah, that
So
was really,
Mark
really
Edwards,
cool.
a mentalist and magician, and we were at the first SciCon that we went to in Vegas. There was a midnight séance, and Mark Edward hosted it, and I got to participate. I got to sit at the table. Like there were maybe 8 of us around the table, and then everyone else sat around, and I was. They had various tricks, like various seance tricks that you would have, like slate writing, and like they had a piece of rope that was knotted that I think would unknot by itself. Unknot. I don't know if that's a word. But yeah, he kept giving me stuff, and that was the first time Mark and I had met, and he kept giving me things, and I kept inspecting it. And he's like, "No, give me that back. I don't want you looking at that and seeing what I'm doing." So we had a good time. So yes, I have been to seances, and I mean it's interesting. I haven't seen anything spectacular yet. I haven't seen anything even remotely impressive. It's usually just been either parlor tricks or cold reading kind of thing. When you ask for something specific, they couldn't deliver. So if anyone out there does it and think they can do better, I'm totally open to it. If you want to invite me out, I'll certainly attend if I can, within my means. If I can attend, I'll do it. But otherwise, yeah, I haven't seen anything impressive yet. So good question. Good question. I like that. Daniel Reed. Is that the new issue of SI I see in the background? Oh, why, yes. It is. It is. Here it is. And there, I think, let me see. I think there is did we do this last time? I feel like we did this already. So let me see. Do I have it? Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. There is an article by Daniel Reed. Look at that. and it's actually really, really good. It was a good read. When Daniel came up and we did a presentation at Villa College, there was a Comic-Con going on, and I applied to see if they would let us do a talk, and they did. And Daniel was kind enough to drive up, and we did a lecture together talking about like superpowers and stuff like that. And his part was talking about folk medicine, and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and that article is a expanded version of his talk. So if you want to, I mean, I would go out to like your bookstore, like a Barnes and Noble, pick up a copy of this, or subscribe, because that helps me out too. Helps me out with my job. All right, shit. We got someone coming on. You're not staying here all night, bitch. I see you down there.
Lots of questions too, so maybe
Okay.
you guys can answer them.
All right, yeah, he can stay on for a little bit.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Tom?
All right, how you been?
I'm busy. Actually,
I know
we
how
just
you are,
done
man. I'm going through the same thing.
the entire board of directors were here this week, and I had to give a report, my yearly report to them. And
Wow.
yeah, and not only that, I had to give a tour of the facility because we've been doing improvements to the building. So I had the honor of going around and trying to impress the shit out of them. So
Wow.
what's up? What can
Not
I do
much,
for you?
man. Like I feel like I just missed you. The last time you were here was about a month ago. I actually had my very first meet and greet for my YouTube channel.
Wow.
And of course I had it in the garden. I mean, where else would I have it?
Where else? Yeah.
But it was pretty cool, man. There was like 20 some people, and then I found out afterwards that you were here that week, and I was like, man, I would have been bugging him to stop by.
Is that when I was there with Bob?
No, it was after that,
Okay.
because that was like St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yeah, I
we
forget
were here
when.
with Bob.
Yeah.
But then you were
I
here
thought
after
maybe-
that weekend, and
Right.
if I'd have known, man, I'd have been bugging you to come by.
It's all right. I mean, I have to. Unfortunately, like most of the time when I do come back to Philly, it's for a specific event, and it's like I got to get in, get out, because I got to get it back here. Usually because I have too many
It's
projects.
Probably Connor's.
You got to get
Oh
in.
yeah, on his graduation. But I did have time then because I did sneak away. And I
Well,
went to
it was that Sunday from that
Yeah.
weekend. So like
Yeah.
I did it from like what was it, like 3:00, and it went till about like 6:00. I mean, like almost 30 some people showed up, which isn't bad. You know what I mean? It's not like I draw the crowds that you do, but you know,
draw any
I mean-
crowd.
Yeah.
I just show up and nobody's there. I'm like,
wow.
all right, I get to go home early.
But you know, I mean, the channel is ever growing, of course. You know, I'm up
Good.
to 2040 some now, so not too bad.
Good.
Yeah. But I wanted to come on because I miss you guys, man.
Oh, well, we miss you too.
Yeah, I only got the opportunity to hang out at your house like once before you left.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you come up to Niagara Falls, let me know.
Niagara Falls, slowly I turn.
I
Sorry,
mean,
that was
hey.
a Three Stooges reference. Sorry.
That's a good place to do an adventure for Tom's World.
It would be,
Yes.
but the other side of the falls are prettier.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Cross the bridge.
This is
You really
what
do
I've
have
been
to cross
told.
the bridge.
So I got to get a passport to do that.
Yeah. Because then we can walk across, and you get a great view.
But yeah, I've been told that it's been
Okay.
prettier there. But yeah, I just mainly wanted to come on because I missed you guys, and I had the opportunity before Stephanie shows up. She's going to be here sometime in the next half hour or so.
Okay.
So,
Cool. All right. You want to just hang out and we'll
yeah, I
take-
can hang out for a few.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
What do we
Oh,
got?
have you seen my merch yet?
I've seen your merch.
Did you see my sign?
I'm on here just to self-promote.
No.
I think you did.
No.
I got my hat on.
I
got
I always have my hat on.
the sign's actually really nice. I like the sign.
My sister's stepson and his wife made that. It was like a surprise. I didn't even know they were doing it. They grabbed the font and everything that you actually made.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, cool.
this logo is all you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it.
I stuck with it.
Awesome. All right, what do we got?
The easy one.
Chris Slike. Where is the SI office located? I'm in Buffalo. Oh, well, shit, Chris. You're right here. We're in Amherst, right across from UB on North Campus. Yeah. So right off of Sweet Home Road. If you want to come by and take a tour, just shoot me a message. If you want to shoot me an email, I will. Let me see. I'll put my email up here. Where is it? Oh, I thought I had my email up here. I don't.
While you're doing that, some added news. I don't know if you saw. I know you're friends with my cousin D, obviously.
Yeah.
And as you may or may not know, she was adopted into my family, and she has, thanks to my mom, she's actually found her real family now.
Oh, that's cool.
So her one sister lives in California, and go figure, her sister's a pagan. What are the chances?
Wow.
What are the chances? So she's really excited about that.
Oh, I think is it so big? I don't know why it's so big. Maybe it's the font. I don't know. But there you go. Shoot me an email and just let me know when you're available next week. I'm pretty clear next week, except for I think Thursday's the 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
So we might.
Oh my God, is that already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week.
Oh no, that's horrible for the park.
But yeah, you're welcome to come by and hang out, and I'll give you a tour of the facility, and we can get to it. You can come in the office and we can sit and chat for a little bit. So that's awesome. I love meeting everyone that we get to know and that we see on the show. So any opportunity that I can get to meet someone, I love. I absolutely love it. So, all right, cool. That was an easy one. Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Stanley Walker. That's awesome. I like
Stan
that.
Lee.
Stan Lee. You mentioned the handout for investigation tips earlier. Is there any place we can read it? Any tips you can share on the stream? Damn, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I do have. I don't have it online, but I can send it to you. Again, if you send me an email and just mention that we're talking about this, I'll send you the file because it's a handout. I take it to conferences and I take it to lectures. Usually, when I do a workshop, when I do an investigation workshop, which is basically me teaching how I investigate mysteries, and I hand it out because it summarizes all the steps that I take. And I actually have to update it because there's a few more that I'm going to add to the poster that really have to do with like TikTok videos and YouTube videos and making these short, spooky videos. So yeah, shoot me an email. I will see if I can get it up. See if I can get it up. See if I can. I can't, there's nowhere.
Well, you're getting older now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. Well, you would know.
Stop.
But it is. I don't have any here with me. I think I took them down the other end of the building. But basically, it goes through some of the strategies. I have a poster. Let me see. Do I have a poster that I can put
They
up?
do, Bob.
But it's basic things like one of the things is ask locals. Ask the locals. So when I go investigate areas that are outside, like my neighborhood, I talk to the locals. I talk to neighbors. I talk to mom and pop shop owners and see what kind of stories there have been, what kind of legends in the area, if they know any background information, because those are the people that have lived there all their lives, and they might have some good insight into, the story was made up, or the story was it had a smaller origin and then it grew over time. There's things like that. What else? What are you laughing at?
Sorry. I got that.
All right. I'm just hitting them all today.
You are.
I can't help but point them out. I got to point them out.
And then like other things like pay attention to little details, document everything. I document everything. I write down, you guys have all seen, I always keep a notebook here. I write everything down. I have Post-it notes. I have, do I have my bag? Yes. So even my notebook that I carry, which is this, because I love putting stickers all over it. If you have stickers for a group or something and you want to send it to me, I'll put it in my books. But I go through and I attach papers, printouts, like full maps of areas in here. I document it all. And when I'm done with it, it all goes into a physical file. I still keep everything on my computers too. And I also have a like a portable hard drive that I put files on, but I also have file cabinets over here that, I have file cabinets where I have physical files, which you can see a pile behind me here, that I put everything, I print everything, pictures, reports, documents, death records, whatever, all go in that file. And I keep it because, I mean, hard drives can corrupt. And then when it does, it goes away. I had a real bad experience with OneDrive, where my personal one, when I came here to Center for Inquiry, they gave me access to the OneDrive subscription they have, which was much better. But for some reason, OneDrive couldn't transfer my files and corrupted everything that I had.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, we're talking like gigabytes and gigabytes of information that were all corrupted, and I lost files. But luckily, I had hard copies. So,
I wasn't going to do it. I was going to buy it.
Hey, I'm right there, man. So I was able to recover most of them, except for like a lot of the audio files that I had, I lost. But I made copies of those too, because I still burn CDs and DVDs. I burn them with all the information, and that goes in the file too. So
oddly enough, audio files is how you and I started talking. My sister found you somewhere, and you were like you put out audio files and wanted to see what people heard and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's how I initially found you, through email and Facebook and stuff like that. And then we started talking, and then we didn't even know we had all these friends in common at the time.
Yeah, we did an experiment with that, and then it turned out really good.
I was like,
so cool. But yeah, shoot me an email there, and I'll get that list out to you so you can look it over. All right, cool. All right, moving on. Vanessa, what made you go from a big believer
my light just went out
to well, obviously you're going to get possessed.
I am.
Did you blow the bulb?
I might have, man. You don't know. Look, $20 is $20, you know?
Yeah, I know that about you.
Yeah, there we go.
It's people. What made you go from big believer in the paranormal to not believer?
Uh-huh.
So there's a long story with that. I did write an article that detailed why I really switched over from believer to non-believer. I'm going to try and find that article for you.
The skeptic. That's a better terminology, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I became more skeptical.
You're not a non-believer, because if you could be proven that it's out there, then you'll believe it. If you get hard proof, you'll believe it. But you're a skeptic.
So that doesn't make me. So I don't believe. I don't have any beliefs. So I would consider myself a non-believer. But I'm open to it, and I think that's the difference. I'm open to it because if you shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to help you get a better image here, man.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, my outlook is basically, hey, like, I don't see any evidence of this existing. The what is considered evidence by a lot of ghost hunters is very circumstantial. It's very it's anecdotal. It's very emotional and belief based. It's not objective whatsoever. So, but I am open to it. That's why I continue to go out. That's why I go on these ghost hunts. That's why I stay overnight at places that claim to be haunted, and I check the claims, or UFO sites or Bigfoot sightings. I go out to all these in order to see what's going on.
But you want to find something, though, right?
I would love to find something, yes.
Like something concrete, can't be denied, kind of thing. So in a sense, there is a believer in there.
There's a curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't maintain a belief, and I think to be called a believer, you would have to already have that belief, and I do not. I don't believe that ghosts exist. I don't believe Bigfoot exists. I don't believe aliens are visiting the planet, and I don't believe like statues cry. oil or water or whatever, stuff like that. I just
Some of the people I've seen, I'd have to believe Bigfoot does exist on some DNA strand. Yeah, I'm just saying. There's some people. You know, it's like,
yeah. I mean, there is. There's definitely people that believe that. I'm not one of them.
no.
I don't know where that. I don't know where that article is. I know I had it. I wrote it. No, it's
I don't believe. Listen, I don't believe you wrote it.
I think it's in. It might be a magazine exclusive. Oh wait,
Playboy.
no, there it is. Feature article. Yeah, it was in the magazine. So I'm going to post a link in the chat room here. I don't know if you'll be able to access it or not, but we'll see. If you can't, that means it's subscription based and get a subscription. That's the only thing I can tell you. But basically, I had an experience in Gettysburg. It changed my mind. It made me think about what I was doing, what other people were doing, how they were going about it. And it forced me to look at the skeptical literature on these topics. And the more I learned about that, the more I learned about proper investigative methods, the more I learned about the scientific method, protocols, and that especially photography and video editing. I learned a lot about that, a ton about that, to where I was like, shit. The more I was learning, the more I realized I was making mistakes and that a lot of people were making mistakes and I had to correct it. So that's the short Cliff Notes version answer for your question. And again, like if you can access that article, please do, please read it. And that'll explain a lot more of the background of this and hopefully get you interested in more of the work that I do. That was a free plug.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Miss Jackie, right? That's Jackie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Is that spelled different than we're used to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. You all right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think a credible team can lose integrity by collaborating with known fakers? Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes.
The divine one has spoken. So, collaborating, I think. So here's the thing. If you're going to work with someone, I think you should know who you're working with. You should research them. Like for me, I do a lot of background checks, or people that reach out and they want to do something together or work together, or or whatever. Or they're inquiring about something specific. I look into their past. I look at what they do. If I do know that they fake stuff, I won't work with them. I will still talk to them. Don't get me wrong. Like for the most part, anyone that comes up and asks a question, I'm going to talk to. There's very few people that I will not talk to. And if I don't talk to you, that means you piss me off so much. Like I don't want anything to fucking do with you. But there's a few people like that are out there. As for everyone else, I mean, I think it brings your credibility down. If you're working with someone that is a known hoaxer, if they've been proven, and again, make sure it's been proven, not just speculated, but actually proven. If you're working with them, then yeah, it makes you look bad. It brings your credibility down. I don't trust you as much with your work because if you're working with them and I know they hoax things, why should I trust you?
That's a good answer.
So yeah. Oh, thank you. Wow, the divine one has spoken. So yeah, I guess the short answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes, exactly what Donna said.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think you should. And then I keep thinking, like, did I work with any fakers? Is this a trap?
It's a trap.
Like, it's a trap. No. And I mean, there's been people I've worked with that I have later found, like, I don't trust them. I don't think they were being honest, and I won't work with them anymore. So there you go. That's the best answer I can give you. Hopefully it did answer your question. All right, moving on. Rabba. Hi, Kenny. Love the show as always. Yes, my favorite thing on YouTube. Oh my yes. Yeah, tell that the side I got. I love getting inside that guy. I know you're skeptical, but do you think that it's possible that ghosts can communicate or see humans and vice versa? So this is kind of difficult because I don't maintain, like I mentioned, I don't maintain a belief in the afterlife. So I don't think ghosts exist, period. So that kind of filters down to I don't think they can communicate or see humans, and I don't think we can communicate and or see them because I don't think they exist at all. There's been a lot of mistaken identity, misinterpretations made when people claim to see ghosts. It's very difficult to understand exactly what other people are seeing. Even though they can describe it in detail, we still don't see what they see. So it's very difficult to get that interpretation. Belief plays a big part in it, and sometimes that overrides our ability to reason out what's going on, because the belief is just so strong that it takes over, and there's a desire for us to see a ghost. If a group of people are going on a ghost hunt and they're excited about it, they want to. So there's a lot competing against being logical about a situation. So no, the short answer is no. I do not think it's possible that ghosts communicate or see humans or vice versa, because I just don't think they exist. But like I said, I keep looking. So good question, though. Good question. Thank you.
Before you move on to the next question, real quick, because I may not be here when it comes up, I did see that you had a question bookmarked, because I can see where you're bookmarking each one of the questions, and I sent a message to Donna that she needs to look at on her thing, because I want her to bring up that picture when you guys get to that question.
Oh, okay. Is there
It's a picture of you.
Picture of me? Oh,
yeah.
What picture of me?
You
You take it? I have control.
Well, no. It was taken while we were hanging out together.
Do I have clothes on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it is PG.
Some nights, man.
Yeah,
don't remember what I did.
We're not talking about that night. That night was a wild night, man. Let me tell you.
All right. Did you send that a private message?
Yeah, to Donna.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we won't be able to get it up.
Whoa.
Whoa! It said not while we're live. Please don't talk about that. It's a personal problem. Every guy goes through it.
It doesn't happen to every guy. It's not that normal. Sorry, it was a Friends reference.
Friends.
Oh man. All right. What else we got? Here we go. Julie R. Hi, Donna. I'm sorry you're not feeling wonderful. How was your vacation? Feel better soon.
My vacation was very nice. It was very nice. It was long.
So let me describe the sight. It is a very strained face, it was very nice. It was very nice.
I enjoyed being away, but it was a little stressful too. So
let's just say it wasn't a total vacation. It was a trip away, but with a lot of responsibilities.
Yes.
And we'll leave it at that.
Well, I'll send a message.
You're welcome to send me a message, and I will explain it later.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of driving too, so it was tiring.
Yeah.
But I did get to enjoy some beach time, which was very nice.
Ooh, I'm glad you get the beach time when I'm not around.
I need more beach time.
Yeah.
Since she said she can't bring it up with hers, I send it to you too in a private message. So
okay.
When that question comes up, and you'll see it in my private message and all that. You don't have to focus on it now.
I'm not gonna.
We'll just say the word troll. When you see the word troll, then you'll know.
Oh yes. I saw that.
Troll. Oh.
Yes. And you'll know.
Talking trolls when the at the Grafton Monster Festival. We talked. Is that what it's about?
Yeah.
How did you know?
I think it was.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because I was like, how did he know about
We'll just say, you recall when we were going to the first time we met in person, when we were going to the prison farm and we went past that bridge that you said you used to hang out under?
Yes.
And I made that picture of you under the bridge
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
as a troll.
Bridge troll. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking to trolls. So I do want to relate this.
So should we go to that question now?
Yeah. Go to that question now.
All right, then you got to go to your.
I don't know if I
messenger
have that
and bring up the picture.
Like, I don't know.
It's in your messenger.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh my god. So, what about trolls? Do you believe trolls exist? So, let me see. I will show you what this
What
guy's
Tom sent.
what Tom sent. There you go.
That's Troll Kenny.
That's Troll Kenny. Look, I was actually thin then too. I
Yeah.
looked thinner. Yeah. But that's
Yeah, I'm a bit bigger now too.
So I mean, there's some insight into my youth here. I used to spend some of my teenage years under this bridge, just hanging out because I didn't have a lot of friends, and I would just my imagination was big enough that I didn't need friends. So
No, that's because you lived in Parkwood, and Parkwood sucked back then.
yeah. So I actually I camped out under this bridge many nights. So there you go. Oh, that was good. Thanks for sharing that weird
Yeah.
picture.
That was after we talked about that, and I said, "Oh my God, you were like a troll."
Yeah,
I just made that picture when I got
we
home.
did. So did Daniel have a question about a troll?
Do you believe trolls exist? It's right.
Oh, right in front of me. I'm sorry. I thought. All right. I thought it was something different. So yeah, we had an interaction with trolls during the Grafton Monster Festival. There was a speaker, and I will not name his name because I just don't want to. But he got up and he pretty much they had I think an hour talk or 45 minutes. I think it was an hour they had. Correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel. But I think they had an hour, and for the most part, the guy talked about himself. It was a commercial. He spent the first 5 or 10 minutes advertising his books, his TV show spots, guest spots, and stuff like that. And then he played a 20-minute clip of him being on a TV show, which I thought was ridiculous because I was there for a lecture, not watching a TV show. And that's what he put up on screen. And then at the end,
hour.
yeah, okay, thank you. Then it was, he switched to, since we're at the Grafton Monster Festival, I should talk about the Grafton Monster. And he brought up the idea. This was actually the funny part, all right? So he started to say something about, I think the monster could be something, and he stopped. He paused. He looks up, looks right at me and Daniel, because we're sitting together, looks at both of us, goes back down, hesitates a little bit, and then says, well, I'm not saying this is what it is, but, I just want to put it out there that, there's similarities, but I'm not saying it is. But doesn't the Grafton Monster look like a troll? And then he put up images of trolls from movies, like Harry Potter, shit like that. And he's like,
Dobby has a sock.
It was a detour from his normal. So again, this guy, I've seen this guy talk before. Daniel has seen this guy talk before. He's always confident about what he says, about these beliefs, and he's full-on believer. And I think he just changed what he said because we were sitting there listening to him, and there was only 6 people in the room. So
seems to be there's some paranormal guy that's always confident in what he says on his TV show, even though he's full of shit.
There's tons of them, dude.
Zach
Baggins.
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
Anyway, so I mean, even the one organizer who was sitting in the back of the room, she questioned him, what are you talking about? That's like a Norse or Scandinavian legend. What do you think? Somebody went on a boat and had a troll in their purse and just brought it over? What are you talking about?
And well, I saw the Loch Ness Monster in Lake Erie. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Well, that's Ogopogo. That's his cousin. But anyway, I had to share that story. That's a condensed version of the story, but yeah, that's why trolls came up, because it was actually offered as a semi-serious, and I think if we weren't there, it would have been offered as a serious explanation for what this monster that's only been seen once in 1964, what that monster might have been. A troll. So stupid. Yes, Cat Mac, I know. Ogopogo. yeah, I know. I was in the wrong place.
Well, I'm going to duck out because Stephanie will be here any minute now.
Okay.
So. Thank you for having me on, man.
Thank
you. It was good seeing you and hearing Donna, because I didn't see her. So,
I'll let you know next time I'm back down in Philly. And,
yeah, definitely, man. We got to hang out.
All right. Cool.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right. Sweet. All right. You just got me. Donna got a phone call, so she's out. So let me see where Daniel's question is. Let me get that off screen. Well, I'm trying to get it off screen. Let's go to the next. Let's see. Rabababa. I hope you like when I say that. Rababa. What's your opinion on Mel's whole hoax or truth? Mel's whole. Wow. You're getting me good, because I don't know what this is. Let's see. Mel's whole. Mel's whole. What?
Mel's whole hoax.
Oh, yeah, but I think that's two different. I think he's saying hoax or truth. Yeah. Yeah. So Mel's Hole is, according to urban legend, a bottomless pit near Ellensburg, Washington. Claims about it first made on the. Let me see what this says. Did I read about this before? The legend of the bottomless hole. It was on coast to coast. Well, if it's on coast to coast, mayhem, it's got to be true. Bullshit. But I guess calling himself Mel Waters. Later investigation revealed no such person was listed as residing in the area, and no credible evidence has been given the hole ever existed. So if that's what we're talking about here, it looks like just a cursory look that there's nothing to it. It sounds like it was a hoax. In 2002, a group of 30 people led by Gerald Osborne undertook an expedition to find the hole. That sounds funny. But were unable to locate it. Local news reporters who investigated the claims also found no public records of anyone named Mel Waters ever residing in or owning property in. I'm not going to say this. Kittitas, Kittitas, Kittitas County. According to the State Department of Natural Resources geologist Jack Powell, the hole does not exist and is geologically impossible. A hole of that depth claimed would collapse into itself under the tremendous pressure and heat from the surrounding strata. Oh, I can't even read tonight. I'm having trouble reading. I don't know why. So yeah, it does look like that this is a hoax. And this is just a cursory look at what the legend is supposed to be. So I'm going to go with that for now and say that it's probably a hoax. But I mean, a lot of the stuff, understand, I don't know if you're a fan of Coast to Coast or not, but understand, like, everything that you hear on that, you have to take with several grains of salt, because it's embellished and exploited, and just, it's not fact checking. It's just putting out stories for entertainment. And that's pretty much it. So, all right, with that, we're at break time.
Time for a break.
We're at break time, bitches. Time to go pee and then come back to the bar, get another drink. All right. So with that, I'm going to, where am I? I'm going to find my video, my commercial video. There it is, pee break. In 4 minutes and 9 seconds, we'll be back. Right. Actually, I screwed that up.
We'll be back in 4 minutes.
From now.
And now for something completely different.
Welcome, my fellow skeptics. Welcome, one and all. I am the chief investigator. Oh, come along, old chap. We will have a ball. Now, if you will excuse me, it's time to open the mic. Good night. Good night. Kenny Biddle, the name investigating's my game, and I will have at it. Quid pro quo. As the head of this committee, hunting for ghosts can be shitty, but there is nothing better that I know. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and have some questions, alright? Maybe you might find an answer or two. I will find the truth this night and day, and if my name is not Kenny Biddle, then I assure you here I will not stay. Good day! Kenny Biddle's the name, ghost hunting's the game. I won't let anything get in my way. Too many fakers out there, too many chefs, too many toe tappers, none of it makes any sense. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and ask some questions, alright? Maybe you might find an answer or two. Who knows? There may be ghosts in the machine, but trust me, I am not so keen. I prefer to see these things clearly, not in 144p. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open my night. Yeah, yeah. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open my night. Yeah. If you have an answer or two, let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. Let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. The one and only Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle.
Dun, 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 dun.
Welcome back.
Well, woo, Don's taking over. She's like, come on, stop fucking around. We got lots of questions. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the show, and let's get into some questions because we got a bunch, and I talk a lot, so we gotta get through. We gotta get through them. All right, what we got? Oh, okay. Julie R. Question: what would you suggest to someone going out to investigate? What equipment should they invest in? So we'll start with what you don't invest in. Ghost hunting equipment. Don't buy anything that is marketed directly to ghost hunters. Don't. Please, just don't. It is a waste of money. It doesn't do what you really want to do. So in relation to investigating, it's really not doing anything. They're novelty items. So What I would recommend is get yourself a good camera, a decent camera, even a video camera. I mean, most cameras now will take video and good still pictures. So use that. Get there early. Get reference photos and video of everything. I would also recommend a notebook and a pen. I mean, I carry a notebook and pen. I literally notebook and pen, Daily Planet. That's in my backpack all the time. I write notes down. A decent audio recorder, but it's for dictation, not for EVPs. I don't do that. Just because I don't see any merit, I don't see any validity in it. So I use it for quick notes. As I'm going around, if I see something like gaps in windows or I'm taking measurements, it's easier to talk into a recorder rather than write it down, and I'll transcribe the notes later. I recommend books. I recommend several books. Scientific Paranormal Investigation by Ben Radford, Scientifical America by Sharon Hill. Oh my gosh. Anything by Carl Sagan, honestly, because that will broaden your mind and get you to understand critical thinking and science. There's tons of other books. Feel free to send me an email, and I will give you a list of books that I recommend that have helped me over the years. And I think really go from there. I mean, that's when I bring my investigation bag with me.
A flashlight.
Oh, a flashlight, a good flashlight. Yeah. I bring flashlight, camera, a video camera, and notepad. But I also bring a few other things like I bring specimen containers just in case there's some kind of samples that I need to preserve to have tested later. But that's getting into more advanced stuff, and you might not want to get into that. But don't bother. I mean, you can get an EMF meter, but don't make the mistake of thinking it's from you're going to detect ghosts or anything like that. That's not what's going to happen. So what you're going to use it for is to look for wiring, electrical wiring, or natural fields that are in there. Really not natural unless you get a tri-field. You need a tri-field meter in order to get the natural ones. But a regular single axis will show you where wires are in the walls or on the floor and give you an indication that there are fields there. So The Science of Ghosts by Joe Nickell, that's pretty good. And it's more that's a lot of case files. So there's a little bit of science in it, but it's mostly case files that he's investigated. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good one to read. And then I think that's about it. That's a good starter kit. And again, if you reach out to me off the show, like we can discuss it a little bit more. And if you have further questions, I'm happy to help. So good one. All right. Oh, there's my email.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bob. What are your thoughts on The Acolyte? Apparently it's tearing Star Wars universe in two. And I say for the people that are getting torn in two, suck it. You know what? I like the show. If you don't like it, don't watch. That's it. I mean, it's Star Wars. I enjoy it. I think it's good. Most of the series put out by Star Wars and Marvel, they need a little bit to get going. You know, and you're not watching a movie. And I think that's the problem with most of these people that get all freaked out. You know, all the nerds that complain and bitch and moan. You're not watching a movie. You're not getting everything in 2 hours. Watch the story. Enjoy the story, and just get over yourself. So there you go. Yeah. You know what? I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan. I was here I'm an OG. All right. So all these people that come on later on and they're like, oh, you know, this is stupid or this, I don't like this. Whatever. Don't fucking watch it. That's it. Don't watch it. And I mean, this is where my nerd really comes out.
You got him
Bob,
up.
damn it, you know. There we go. We took care of those people.
All right,
I liked it,
Thanks,
though.
Bob.
I like it, especially the last episode. That was kick ass. One of the best lightsaber fights I've seen ever. So, all right, moving on. Question: if you could cure one disease, would you? And what would it be? Absolutely, cancer. Boom, gone. I think that's the
Every
one.
type and form.
What?
Every type and form.
Yes. I mean, yeah. When I say cancer, that's a blanket term. Takes care of everything. Yeah, because that's a bitch. And I would absolutely do it. Absolutely. I mean, that no question. I mean, anytime, honestly, I mean, when it comes down to it, anytime you can help someone, I think you should. You know, I don't think there's a question of it. If someone's on the street and hurt and you can help them, yeah, do it. Patch them up, get them to a hospital. If there's a disease or something that you can donate blood, or if it's a family member and you can donate like a kidney or something like that, it's your family. It's you know, I think you should help people when you can. So
Okay.
yeah.
You've answered that question.
All right. See, I like to talk. I don't know why. I just keep
know.
talking.
You just keep talking.
Hey, you know, that's me. Don't
Okay.
change me.
Talk on your own time.
It is my time.
We have a big question.
Oh my goodness. Oh, thoughts on Ashley Nibb's theory quote about how to use video in investigating. So I'm not familiar with this person, but the quote's here. We need to rethink how to use video capture. The idea of trying to capture a ghost on video is now dated and very much leans towards providing content for TV shows. I personally think that video is better suited for capturing what the investigator saw during an investigation, or perhaps does not see. So I'm
just going to move that.
no.
Oh, you
got to keep it up.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, all right, well, I understand, because usually that's what I use video for. I set up like surveillance cameras or DVR cameras in order to watch the people. I want to watch what they're doing, and especially because a lot of the alleged activity is the result of either hoaxing or mistakes, accidents. People brush past something and they accidentally knock something over, or they push it to the edge of like a shelf and don't realize it, and then a little bit later it falls off. People scratch themselves, don't realize it, because many scratches, when you get scratches, you don't see it right away. You see it, you feel the pain, you're like, oh, you know, I felt that, there's nothing there, and then you walk away, and a few minutes later you see marks. So that's what I use video for. But to completely discount it, I don't think it's a good idea, because I don't know why it's dated. I don't know why it would be dated, because then, I mean, you would just say that about photographs, because that would be dated too. So, I mean, I would assume that you would use the same quote to simply dismiss photographs, and I don't think you should do that. Most people are seeing or claim to see ghosts with their eyes. And yeah, this could be an hallucination, which would mean there's nothing there to actually video. But if multiple people see basically what they describe as the same thing, then using video to capture that would be beneficial, because, I mean, it should be visible light that is reflecting off of whatever is causing this anomaly, and that's what's going to be captured by the camera. So I think it's still good to use cameras in all of these capacities in order to watch the people, to see what's going on, to document details that you see. Like, I use it to detail gaps in windows, doors that are not level, floors that are not level, floors that creak, maybe like shelves that aren't secured properly. So when you walk by, they wobble. We've all seen that.
Stuff on the shelf
Stuff,
moves.
yeah, stuff on the shelves that might rotate because of the wobbling and the vibration from people moving around and traffic and stuff. So all of this is important. So I don't agree totally with this, partially, but I think it's still, if people want to catch something and they think they're catching something, I'd rather have video of the entire thing, and it's that we can analyze, that we can look at. So, but good question. Thanks, Dr. Jim. All right. moving on. Julie R. What is your necklace? Oh, this is Thor's hammer. It's held up by let me see here. Held up by Odin's wolves. There you go. So I think one is Frecky. I forget the name of the other one. But I made this. My wife gave me this one. This is like the third one, I think, because not only do I like them, but our dog seems to like them. And then Chewy liked them, and Chewy definitely chewed at least one. She chewed the original one.
That was weird because she never really chewed.
She just sat there and chewed it. But the necklace I got from Wish because I liked it. They have a lot of like Thor and Odin and Norse mythology and stuff like that. So I like the necklace, so I got it. And the ring is actually just a key ring. It's like for your keys, your house keys and car keys. It's just a key ring that I adapted for this. So it's unique to me.
Yes.
But I love it. But basically, if you don't know, Donna got the hammer for me, Thor's hammer, to symbolize me crushing the hopes and dreams of ghost hunters everywhere.
Yes.
And
it hasn't let me down.
And it has not let me down. It has been with me ever since. And it's basically like I feel naked if I don't have this on. So, all right, moving on. Sandra from QC. QC. What's that? Is that Quebec?
Possibly.
I don't know. Where's that from? Where's QC? I'm curious now. I'm almost wanting to think that was like Queens something. What is the skills a person saying they are? Wait.
Which?
What is the skills a person saying they are which that will prove you is true? Quebec. QC Quebec. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying. I don't know if this is just a typo. If you can do me a favor, just retype this because I'm not sure. Maybe clarify what you mean. I don't know if you're talking about like witchcraft witch or skills a person need to prove that they are like a witch or they have powers or something like that. I don't know. If you can clarify it, please do so. So and we'll come back to that. Yeah. Thank you. Wisdom. Is hypnotism real? No. And could it be used in paranormal investigation? No. As far as I know, as far as the literature that I've read about it, no. People can be highly suggestible, but I have never seen anything about hypnotism being real. The shows that you see, I'm convinced that they are
trickery.
Voice from the divine. Trickery. She's like trickery. You're like from Monty Python. Like, trickery. What is hypnotism? Trickery. Oh man, we should record that. That should be one of our buttons where it's like, what is this? Trickery. All right. So no, I've never come across anything that showed that hypnotism was real. It was legitimate. That people could be hypnotized. It's because it's too much like magic. So no, I don't believe that's real. All right, moving on. Good. I'm trying to keep them short.
Okay.
So because I see we still have double digits. Michael Stanley Walker. I'm going to the Skepticon in St. Louis next month. Any chance you're going to be there? Oh man, that's cool. Skepticon. I'm not going to be there. No, I have no plans to be there. I will be here. When is Skepticon? Let me see. Skepticon, St. Louis. Yeah. So that is. What is it? Come on. Oh, July 26th to 28th. Oh no, that's bad. Yeah, I will be here. So, yeah, because we have a Western New York Skeptic Camp here the weekend of the 20th and 21st. Susan Gerbic will be here, and then that following week is a staff retreat here at CFI. So I will be here doing all that. And it looks like you're the next weekend. St. Louis, where's that? Missouri,
Yeah,
right?
it's
St. Louis, Missouri. I
probably
wonder-
not that far.
Is that far? Let's see. Because I mean, we don't have anything planned for that weekend. So, I mean, where's St. Louis? How far of a drive? We have flown there. And we went up into the arch.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Let's see how far that is. Because I would love to
From
pop in.
here?
I absolutely love being able to just to show up at things like this and just say hi, see what people are doing, just listen to the talks. Your location, how far is it? Just tell me. Why isn't it telling me? St. Louis, Montreal.
Yeah, I hit start.
Oh no, it won't. It wouldn't take my.
Oh, your location.
Oh, that's a lot. No, that's 11 and a half hours. That's a little far.
Oh, that's nothing.
What?
I that far. I just drove. That's
Whatever.
I'm
Whatever.
only kidding. That's too far for me.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's too far to come out for the weekend. To drive and yeah.
It's not
So,
your budget this year.
Unfortunately, no, I won't be able to get there this year. But feel free to drop my name to see if they do it next year. I would love to come out and talk. I love doing talks. I love engaging with the audience. So if that's a possibility, yeah, let me know. So, but sorry, yeah, I'm gonna miss it this time. That was good. Now I want to go.
Yeah, I know.
I'm seeing it. I'm like, whoa, but I want to go. Who's speaking? Who's speaking? Wait, participate. Oh, sponsors, vendors, merch. Do they have? Let me see. Oh, featured. Doesn't have a list. I don't see a list of speakers. I'll have to look it up later. All right, Redman. What's up, Redman? Good to see you. What team would you say is credible?
I guess back when we were talking about
Okay.
things being not credible.
So that's difficult. I mean, I think a lot of teams are sincere and they're really trying, but I don't see many that come through as credible. And I know that's going to sound mean, but I'm not trying to be. There's a lot of belief that comes through. And if you're basing your investigation on belief, then I can't say that you're credible because you're going to rely on something that has no support, no good science, no good data, no evidential support. So there's very few teams that I think would say that would say would credible. And one of my goals, honestly, with like the skeptic camps, because we've been doing skeptic camps, they're more local 1-day conferences that Susan Gerbic has taken up. They started years ago, but Susan has actually taken the reign and trying to get more groups doing this. And my main goal for when I show up is to teach the local skeptical groups, at least my way of investigating. And I'm not saying my way is the right way. I'm saying it's a good way because I've learned from many other experts in their respective fields. But it's doing a lecture and doing a workshop saying, this is how I do it. Now we're on the same page so that when something comes up in this area and they reach out to me, I can say, well, that's too far for me to just show up for a weekend, but I do have a group in that area that I've talked with. They know what page, we're on the same page, and I think they can do it. So I'm going to pass you off to them. And then I'll work with that group too. So that's as far as I'm going to say with that. Just because I don't want to hurt any feelings or anything like that. I do think there's a lot of groups out there that are just not credible at all because they based everything on belief. But I think there are some that are definitely sincere and they're really trying. And that's why I don't want to start naming names, because I don't want to alienate anyone. If we can work together, and try to improve the quality of the work, then I want to do so. I don't want them to hate me because I said, they weren't credible, specifically. So I hope that's coming across okay.
Yeah.
I hope so. All right. Whew. Dr. Jim, EMF. other than the plumbers, do you know if anyone ever documented the risks of EMF fields on humans, or have seen any data for the threshold of EMF that might cause humans harm? This actually came up a week or so ago. Somebody reached out and asked about it, and we were talking. I think going through comments, because someone made a comment about taking an EMF meter onto a ghost hunt, and I asked why. Because not being confrontational, but just being curious. Like, you mentioned this was the only gadget that you take. Why do you take it? And the response was something about, and I'm paraphrasing here, but basically like to check for high EMF levels, and because we know that they cause hallucinations and stuff like that. And that got into a discussion. And for what I've seen, I think the World Health Organization has done reports on this, and there's not a consensus right now. There's got to be more studies, but the studies that we do have go from one extreme to the other. Some say like that the average household EMF level is about 3 to 5 milligauss. And that's what I've read through these reports. But that's not like the dangerous level, because we have workers that work on power lines that are exposed to obviously much higher levels of EMF, but only have a slightly higher risk of, I think, certain types of cancer, but it hasn't been narrowed down to EMF being the cause. So again, more studies have to be done. And this is a cursory research thing. This is not, I'm not an expert in this. I want to make sure everyone understands that. So I don't feel like you're going to get I haven't read anything that says normal household or business usage will not expose you to dangerous levels of EMF. I mean, if it did, I think I would have a problem like already, because I'm surrounded by stuff every day. But yeah, I don't think there's as far as I know, I don't know what the threshold is. Is there, let me see because that's a good question. Dangerous. And it's hard to do a search on this, because there are so many sites out there that are fear mongering, because they want you to buy certain equipment or certain protection that really doesn't work. But let's see. Yeah, this is from official state website, Connecticut state website. A range from 0.1 to 4 milligauss. EMF levels above this range are not necessarily hazardous, but indicate EMF levels
So
above what's typical background inside of home. So yeah, it's still, and again, like I've read this report, I've read other reports that put it anywhere between like 0.1, but like up to 5 milligauss being the average. And again, it drops off significantly the further away you are. So this, I don't know if I can show you this. I don't have a meter handy, but I have a small desk fan over here. Actually, I can do this. I think this is a good one to show or talk about. Can you guys see? All right, you can see that. So this little desk fan, it's plugged in. If I have a meter about 4 inches away, it will peg at 200 milligauss. But that's like almost right up on it too. But if I come about 4 or 5 inches away, it drops to almost nothing. So that's something to understand too, because a lot of houses, at least like house that I grew up in, had power lines along the back, like it was attached to the back of the house. And you could get a high reading if you're within a few inches or a foot of the power line, but it dropped off significantly when you were inside the house. So that's why your typical or your average is about like 3 to 5 milligauss in the house. And that's not dangerous, according to the reports. And there really is no established limit yet, at least that I know for a consumer. Industrial might be more, or probably is more, because I think that's where your majority of your studies are going to be, because power line workers, need more studies than we do in the household. So that's as far as I know. I can't really go any further. Again, I'm not an expert on this. So that's just passing along information. And please look up like World Health Organization or government agencies that do look into this and read the reports. So there you go. Good question. Ooh, oh, oh. They were like the silent sneezes. All right. Kit Ford. What would be the best method, in your opinion, to carry a Norwegian troll to West Virginia? Hey, Kit. It took me a second to realize this is one of the organizers of the Grafton Monster Festival. She was a delight. She was my new best friend down there. I think you would need a very, very large pocketbook or purse, depending on where you're from. Who did we have a fight with? An argument about purse and pocketbook.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember. We had what do you call a handbag? like
Pocketbook?
a pocket. Like I grew up calling it. My mother called it a pocketbook.
Or a purse.
Pocketbook.
I think pocketbook is an older term. Usually
It might be. And then yeah, I don't recall. Like,
I think
my
everybody
mother
calls them purses now.
purse. Yeah, I mean I think I saw that more on TV. I was familiar with it on TV, but like yeah, with my mother and my grandmothers, they all called it pocketbooks. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's good to see you, Kit. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. She was the delight. If you're ever in Grafton, West Virginia, look her up. She is awesome. And I mean, they give us a great breakfast too. They made bacon and sausage and eggs, French toast sticks, and I ate so much. And I was like, oh, you have to roll me out of here.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Vanessa, what are your views on crop circles? I think they're really cool art. I think they're really cool designs, and I think it's
Trickery.
that's totally going to be your line, your one-liner. But yes, I agree with the Divine Donna over here that it's trickery. So many have been proven to be made with a few people, a very late night, a board, some rope, and a sketch of the area. I forget what they're called, but when you look into any of these fields where these crop circles are, there was always these paths that go down. And I don't know if I think it's like the edges of the machinery that used to like pick up the corn or the wheat or whatever. So it's the tire tracks basically, but you walk down them. That way you have no footprints. You have you don't break anything going down, and you can start your design within from those trails. And so many have been shown to be that way. We mentioned Joe Nickel earlier. Like he actually created them. He created some in some fields nearby. But yeah, people have created them over and over again, demonstrated how they're done. So I don't think there's anything other than trickery going on. But again, I mean, some of the designs are really, really good. They're complex. They're really good. And like these guys are really working their ass off to make really cool ones. So, I mean, I give them props. It's really good art.
Props for the crap.
Props. Wow. That was on fire. All right. Moving on. Don't steal my show.
I'm not stealing your show.
Cat Mac, did your plea for mail result in anything interesting being delivered? If not, I will send you something from Canada. I have not received anything yet. I think there's a few feelers out there. I think there may be some things in transit, but I haven't received anything yet.
I just took it off.
Oh, what was that? Oh, did I? Oh, I thought it was an email. I'm sorry. So there you go. Donna put up the address. If you want to send me a postcard or a letter or pictures or just say hi, anything at all, as long as it's good. Don't send me some mean stuff. No poop in the box. Don't want any of that stuff. Because I like getting mail. I really do love getting mail. I have a mailbox here at work, and every day at 10 o'clock, I go over and I look and I see mail on everyone else's slot except for mine. And I'm like, I mean, once in a while, when the new magazine comes in, that's when I get mail. Or once in a while, there is something will come to SI, and I think Vance is the one that goes through it. If it's not addressed to anyone specifically,
Right.
he'll open it and read it. And if it's something weird, then he'll put it in my box. Just because. And unfortunately, like, oh yeah, I did get something. It wasn't from anybody watches the show, but I did get something from, where is it? I can't even say it. It's called Biddle, I think, Bial. And it's funny, like it's a letter here saying, "Dear Sir" or "Madam," so it wasn't to me. Yeah, it was just to Psychop. So they actually used the old name, and we haven't used that for, I mean, almost like 20 years, I think. But basically, they're saying that they have opened. It's a foundation that they opened a new grants program for scientific research, supporting research projects in the areas of psychophysiology and parapsychology. So I have to apply in. Applications must be submitted in English by August 31st.
You got mail? You're talking about mail?
Yeah, this is mail. This is mail that I got. So I'm going to apply because I figure my work qualifies under parapsychology. So I'm going to see if I can get a grant. Because I can get some money. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But so there you go. I haven't got anything yet. So please, yes, if you feel inclined to, send me something. Send me a postcard. Send me let me know where you're from. Even if it's the cheapest thing possible, because I don't want anyone spending a lot of money at all. But let me know where you're from. I like snail mail. Yeah, it's pretty cool because some of the stuff I end up hanging up on like my file cabinets and on my windows. So, except for Ben Radford, because he sends me postcards all the time. Everywhere he travels, he sends me postcards.
That's nice.
It is nice. I like it because I get to see where he's going and what he's up to and stuff like that. So, really nice guy, even though he's a dick.
He's thoughtful.
He's a thoughtful dick. I'll see him next week. Next month. We're actually gonna go to Lilydale next month. He's flying in for our staff retreat, and we're gonna take a day and go to Lilydale and just explore. So, all right, cool. Dan Webster, question: have you ever used a TI-84 Plus family graphing calculator for any of your experiments? Here are some accessories. I don't even know what this is. TI-84 Plus series graphic calculator. Oh, no, I can definitely say I've never used it. I don't think I've ever had the need to use a calculator. I don't know what you would use it for, and maybe if you have something specific in mind that you're thinking.
Family graphing.
It's let's see, graphing calculator from Texas Instruments. They're still around?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see, expanded graphing technology performance comes preloaded with more than a dozen applications, including functionality that encourages exploration of interactive geometry, inequality graphing, and real-world data collection and analysis. I have not used this. I don't know if this falls into data collection or data logging, and if it does, I usually defer to Dave Schumacher, who is my go-to guy when it comes to that because he knows about data loggers. I don't remember this ever coming up as a option that he has presented. So no, I haven't used it. I'm going to look it up though. I'm going to write it down on my list to do because I'd like to look into this a little bit more. TI-84 Plus. See what that kind of applications it might be used for. Oh, it's got Python programming. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Python. Like, what do you use? Python.
I got nothing.
I like doing that stuff. Like, I want people to come up and be like, "Hey, what's that? What do you use that for?" And then walk away. All right, moving on. We're doing good. Look at this. We're hour 40. What's
Yeah,
your time say?
We're doing pretty good.
What was your time different?
Yeah.
What's it up in the corner?
Up in the corner.
Yeah.
142.
Oh, okay. All right, you're a minute ahead of me. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Redman. You ever asked Jason Hawes about the flashlight trick he used on his show? We have talked about it and gone through it. I know that he used it. As far as I know, he doesn't use it anymore. But we have absolutely talked about it and went through it and talked about the science behind it and how it is a trick. And I don't think he uses it anymore. At least not that I'm aware of. But I haven't seen his show lately. I've talked to him. I know he does like the YouTube channel thing now. He doesn't have a network show, but he does the YouTube channel, which I think is better for him because it's more freeing. It's less limiting. So, but as far as that we have definitely talked about that, and it's come up in conversation. So there you go. That was easy. That was probably the fastest one of the night. Yeah, I think.
You're doing well. So we only have one real question left.
Oh my God, one real question, so I can talk about this forever.
Yeah, if you want.
Better be a good one. Michael Stanley Walker. No pressure, Michael. No pressure, but it better be good. Wild question. Does Skeptical Inquirer look for new writing staff? I only ask because it would be a dream job. So no, not like that. We are more or less a volunteer magazine. So most of the writers, except for the columnists, which are like Ben Rafford and a few other people who do get paid for that, but like for Ben, like it's part of his job anyway. So he gets paid no matter what. But other columnists that we have do get paid, but they're very few. Most of the submissions are voluntary. And it's one of those things where you kind of have to build a reputation. You have to start sending stuff in and being known. And when you start doing a lot of good work and they recognize that, I hope I'm saying this right. I don't want to sound weird or like elitist or anything like that. But once you establish a reputation, then there's a possibility. There's no guarantee because we are a nonprofit. This is definitely a volunteer-based submission program, but some people do get paid. But for a staff writing job, no, we don't have staff writers on here. I write for the magazine and the online, but I'm one of the few on staff that do. And for the most part, I think, I mean, there's only 2, 3, me, Julia, and Nicole. That's it in here. Oh, well, Eric behind the wall, he had his first article published. So he's our fourth. But they're not staff writers. I'm not even a staff writer. I write because my job is to investigate, and then I produce content from that, whether it's writing articles or videos or doing lectures and presentations. So we don't actually have any staff writers. Everyone else has other jobs, other hats. So I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I hope I don't discourage you from writing because this is a good opportunity. It is a place where you can send it in. Excuse me. If you have an article that you've written up about a particular subject and you want to submit it, send it to Ben Rafford. You can find him on the Skeptical Inquirer website for submissions. You can send it to him and let him know who you are, and he'll look at it. He'll give you feedback. Don't get discouraged. I don't know what your background is, if you've written before or if you have experience in this or not, but if he'll give you feedback, don't get discouraged because everyone gets it. It's constructive criticism. because some people do get like upset, like they get excited about things, they submit it, and then they get feedback and like a list of things to correct or flesh out a little bit more. And some people are discouraged by that, but don't, because that just makes it a better writer. To be honest, like the first one that I wrote in way back years and years ago, I wrote in for a newsletter that they had. It was called Skeptical Briefs, and it was a quarterly newsletter that they put out. Ben had asked me to do something, and I did. I was so proud of it. It was a long ass article because I write as long as I talk. So I did a whole bunch and sent it in. And I was like, all proud of myself. And then he sent it back and said, you need to fix this. You need to, look into this a little bit more. You need to clarify here. And it was a lot of criticism. And at first I took it to heart, and I was down and depressed about it. But I realized that it made me a better writer. It made the article much better. And through consecutive editing escapades, we'll call them, I became a much better writer. And now he doesn't edit much when I send something in, because I've gotten used to what the process is. And I'm like, I look at my stuff and I'm like, oh shit, he's going to pick this out. I better fix this. So it's made me a much better writer. So please, submit something. Don't hesitate. Send in your submissions, and we'll take a look. All right, because that's good. I love the more writers we get, the different topics and perspectives. I love that. As long as it falls within our category of skepticism and science and genre. Thank you. I'm all for it. Ian, good to see you. Ever considered using a speak and spell kids device as a communication medium? Can't be any worse than an app. To be honest,
I love speaking.
I don't have it here. I used one of those. Remember, I had it was the little toy that had the arrow in the middle, and you pulled the cord, and it went around to all the farm animals. Yeah. No, the speak and spell is the one with the keypad, and you put in different you spell out different things, and it talks. I had the pull cord one, and I was going to take that. I did take that on ghost hunts, and said, what's the difference? Like I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna pull the cord and wait till it tells me about, the cow goes moo. Like what's the difference? So I get where you're coming from, and I think I agree. When you're using a radio, because a lot of these are using just radios, or they're using apps that have preloaded dictionaries, vocabulary banks. So they're just spitting out words that are already in there. And some of them will use like a combination of phenoms and stored words and put things together. Some will just take out bits and slam them together and just spit out anything. But yeah, I see what you're saying, and I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So good one. I like that. All right, are we good? We got more?
We only have one more.
One more. Is Eric behind the wall going ghost hunting? No, he is not. Again, I think I said this last time. Like, we just haven't anything come up. There hasn't been any ghost hunts in the local area that we could go to. And we have different schedules too. His weekends, he is a I want to say semi-professional disc golf player. So most of his weekends, when the weather's nice, he is at a disc golf course somewhere. Now, him and his wife do it, and they both do really well. They do a lot of tournaments. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So his weekends are usually eaten up by that. So, and again, like, there hasn't been anything local that we could go to and experience that. So, like I said last time, when one comes up, I tell him about it every time something comes up. I'm like, hey, I'm going here, I'm going there, because sometimes he'll come with me to a conference now, if he has the weekend off. he'll come with me. But nothing has come up yet. So I'm hoping maybe. I don't know. There's a few things that come up. And again, it's also cost too. Like sometimes I can't, if it's a pay to play thing, I don't want to pay anything more than like $20. You know, when you see like, oh, come spend the night for 4 hours and it's like $60 or $70. Oh my God. Speaking of prices, holy shit, I'm going to go on a rant here.
Oh, no.
I know. Like in my feed, I saw the Warrens, whatever conference they do, and it's going to be in Gettysburg. So I guess one of them is going to be in Gettysburg this year, and it's next month or September maybe. I don't know. It was an open weekend because I looked at the weekend first and I was like, oh, I'm not busy. We want to go to Gettysburg anyway, because Scott Hunt, who owns Hunt's Battlefield Fries, which is the best freaking place to eat in Gettysburg. If you haven't been there, go. This year is his last year. Like he's retiring after this, and we want to get back down there. We've known him for years, really good friends. We've worked together on a few things. We've helped each other out. Really good guy. So I was looking for an excuse to go down to Gettysburg for a weekend, just so we can eat at the place, because it's good food, such good. Oh, breakfast is awesome. The platter thing, num. Everything's good. But so I saw this thing from the Warrens Legacy whatever bullshit con, and I was like, all right, maybe we'll go down for that, because I haven't been to this one. You know, let me see what's in their museum. But let me look it up because I want to get this right. Let's see, Warrens conference. I looked up tickets, and I got pissed off because I was like, you got to be kidding me. You're. So let me see. Warren Seekers of the Paranormal Paracon. Here we go. Connecting Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, September 27th, 29th. And let me go to tickets. Where are the tickets? It's more like a horror con, because it's got like people from TV shows and movies. It's got a couple ghost hunters, like B-list ghost hunters. But it's got Ryan Buell. What the fuck? Seriously. All right, so I'm getting to it. Tickets. So general admission, which does not include museum and Annabelle experience. All right. So that, like, the main reason you would go is to see the museum stuff. But general tickets is $25, which isn't so bad for general. And that's just to get in. But unfortunately, that's like a Comic-Con, right? Because you're paying to get in to see from a distance these celebrities. Yeah. You know, and maybe go to their table, but you have to pay more to get an autograph and a picture. So it's it's a price to get in, so you can pay more. And then the Warrens Occult Museum Experience featuring Annabelle, which must also purchase a separate general admission price. So you have to pay $25 to get in, and then it's an extra $64. Oh, it's even more than that. It's over $70 because there's a fee of $7.
So you have to pay $70 on top of the $25?
So $25, but the fee is $275. So $27.75 to get in, and then you have to pay another $71 to see the museum stuff, which is not haunted, not cursed.
Right.
I'm going to be pretty confident in saying that. So you're paying $100. You're paying just about $100 to get in to see a bunch of Goodwill store junk. So there's my rant. I just $60 is cheap compared to junk around me. Yeah, I mean, we're not. Yeah, I immediately stopped. I was like, I'm not fucking paying $100 to see this shit. You know, like, I've seen pictures. That's good enough. I don't need to see anything else. I mean, we can still go to Gettysburg. I'd rather spend $100 in Hunt's shop, you know,
right.
which would pay for everyone.
Right.
I think that would, because his prices are really good. But yeah, so that's my rant for this show. I was really, really, even like rearranging stuff that doesn't need to be rearranged because I'm so angry. I'm trying to force myself not
Okay,
to be.
there's another question.
And Donna's going to distract me by another question. All right. Michael Stanley Walker. Any specific plans for the Lilydale trip? Maybe attending a seance or two. So it depends on what they have. I haven't looked into it yet. The way my schedule works for me is that I'm always working on the next project that's coming up next. So I have several projects, plus I have 2 presentations I got to give during the work retreat. So I have to work on those first and make sure they're done before I start looking up Lilydale and see what kind of events that they have, what they have planned, because they have a daily schedule, and it depends on whether it's off or on season too, because they have different prices on getting in, because you have to pay to get in there too, just to walk around. But it depends on what they're having. If they have any public events, then we'll probably sit for them or attend them. So it really depends on what the schedule is for the day. And that'll dictate what we do. But it's more just, relax and hang out. Last time he was here is for the work retreat that I went to 2 years ago. And we hung out at the Hinsdale house. I rented the place for the night just for us. And it was nice. They got the little pond. So we sat on the deck that they had, a couple beers and just like talking shit. Like, no ghosts. All right. Are we good with questions? We are. Holy crap. Look at this.
Just showed up.
Who?
Tim Vickers.
Tim Vickers. Damn. About time. Oh, they're great. Has a West Virginia feel to it. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Wow. $100 to see the dog. Yeah. I mean, it angers me. General admission ticket. So, because you can't just go to the museum, you have to spend $100. And that, to me, that's just greedy. I think, and this is just my opinion, I haven't been there. I don't need to, because I don't think any of the stuff is haunted. I mean, there's no secret how I feel about the Warrens and the not work that they did. More like exploitation. But I mean, it's let's see, what's that? What's that say? No, general admission ticket. Oh yeah, admittance to the Warrens Occult Museum Experience Room, where you can view and learn about the haunted and cursed objects collected by Ed and Lorraine Warren, take pictures of and with Annabelle. So
what about all the other special people that are going? Do you have to pay separately for them too?
So no, or
are they included in your admission?
They are in general admission. It provides general admission to Saturday. Oh, wait, you have to pay each day? Yeah. Saturday general admission, and then Sunday general admission. There is not I don't see a 2-day pass. That sucks too. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to. But yeah, so that there's a whole refund policy. But Patty Negri. That's not a psychic. Rob Thompson, the Ghost Brothers, Dave Tango, Steve Gonzalez. I like Ghost Brothers are cool. They have Bonnie.
I'm sure they have their own booths too. Like you're gonna have to pay extra to see them.
Yeah, exactly. Like all these people. I mean, the only person that I would want to see, is Jim Beaver, who played oh my God, Bobby from Supernatural.
Oh.
You guys are a couple of idiots. I love Bobby. But yeah, all these stars, and that's what they have. Like Bobby from Supernatural, Lucifer from the Supernatural. They have Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes. They have Bonnie Aarons, who played the nun from the Conjuring universe. And yeah, so they have some celebrities and then some para-celebs, which are they really look like B-list people. But yeah.
Are you having a 3 Tortured Souls show next week?
We are not. We are not having it because one of us cannot make it next week, so it's not going. Oh, Tim already said it. It's his fault. He's got a family thing that he's doing. So with us, like family always comes first. So He's going to do that, and we're going to do it the following week. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll get into the announcements now that we're at the end of the show. So, today's June, right? It's
Yeah,
July.
today's June.
So, July 10th will be our Three Tortured Souls show. And then I also will say that if you're in the area, if you're in the Buffalo area, which I know at least somebody is because they told me they were in Buffalo earlier in the show, and I forget who it is. But if you're in the Buffalo area, July 20th and 21st, it's actually going to start the 19th, Friday night. I think we're going to have a hangout thing, but we're doing a skeptic camp here. It's a free event. So if you come out, Saturday will be a day of lectures. There's 6 of us, I think, that are giving different presentations on different things. I'm going to be talking about strategies for solving mysteries, touch on a few of them that I talk about. And then there's plenty of other stuff all day. And then we're going to have another hangout Saturday night. And then Sunday, I think we're all going to meet down at the canal side and tour the history and stuff. There's a lot of history down there. There's a couple ships. There's a battleship and a submarine, and there's a lot of history. So it's more of like a social day. But you can check it out on the CFI website. I think. Let me make sure that Center for Inquiry. Oh, let me see, because I want to make sure people that are in the area that they can get to the events page. And I'll put the link in the chat room so you guys can do that. West Virginia Skeptic Camp. There it is. All right. So link is coming in the chat room now. Please go visit and check it out. And if you can make it, register, come on by, hang out. I'll be here the whole weekend, and we can have some fun. We can chat. We can have discussions. You can see my office. I'll give a tour of the building. I think I'm doing that anyway. Not sure, but and with that, I think that's it for now, right? July, August. Oh, I think when July 12th, I think I'm going to have someone named Nat on the show. We're going to have a guest. She's the one that I met at Penhurst and does like she goes after abusive. Let me make sure, because I'm drawing a blank right now. But we're gonna have a guest on the 12th, which is nice. All right, August is clear. September 6th and 7th, and I think 8th, I'll be in somewhere in Southwest Pennsylvania for the Bigfoot camping weekend.
Yeah.
There's a Bigfoot camping weekend with Eric Altman. It's called the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Camping Weekend. So if you look that up, I'm one of the speakers for that. So if you want to go there too, that's an awesome time. And then October 24th to 27th is SciCon in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's awesome. It's a science conference. Lots of people. Neil deGrasse Tyson and Brian Cox are our 2 keynote speakers. Holy shit. That's a lot of physics going on. So come on out. There's a lot of other people, a lot of other speakers with really good information. And if you can make it, it's definitely beneficial. It's one of the things that I highly recommend attending, because
He's got a workshop.
I got a workshop. I'm going to have 2 hours, which is the most I've ever had. 2 hours to talk about all my strategies. And I'm going to go over all the strategies that I have on my normal list, plus more that I'm adding on just for this. So definitely come on out. All right. With that, I think we're done. And I think we're going to go out with the long outro, because Wisdom's in the house and he made an awesome man. I love the song, so I definitely want to play it. And so this outro is, where is it? I gotta find it. Oh, there it is. It's 4 minutes long, but it's an awesome song. So hang out, rock out, dance, sing. Well, I can't sing. I don't have the words yet, but dance and have fun. And we'll see you next week.
Oh yeah, it'll be July 5th.
July 5th. Yeah, but I think we're still doing a show unless we're going somewhere. As for now, there's going to be a show.
Yes.
So we'll see you next
I
week.
believe so.
Bye.
Never stop learning.
Hey, diddle diddle, here's a little riddle. Who's the best debunker? Is it Kenny Biddle? Oh, he's good, not just a little. Not at the bottom or even the middle. Strike a chord like a fiddle. tasting the rainbow like a skill that's fragile and brittle. You can watch him take a problem and start to riddle the problem away. He does not play, he takes his job so seriously. Loves a challenge and won't turn you away. It's such a skeptic, he keeps those believers exposing the faith. It wouldn't take him long to find a needle in hay. Use a magnet and damn it, now take a drink of candy specialty. Some may say that's not for me. To each their own, what really it will be. Man, Kenny's such a skeptic, drinking skeptical tea. Like and subscribe, everybody, turn notifications on, and go watch his show and forget about this song. Mr. Wizard or Bill Nye the Science Guy, can you remember? You like Kenny better, so head to the Skeptical Help Bar and meet the bartender. Pick up a drink and relax, cause nobody does this better. Not even close, not even a little. He's the one and only Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Skeptical Help Bar and meet the bartender. Pick up a drink and relax, cause nobody does this better. Not even close, not even a little. He's the one and only, King is the one and only. Get it, get it, get it. He's the one and only, King is the one and only. Get it, get it, get it. Here are rules at the Skeptical Bar. Number one, you're welcome to ask questions. But remember, number two, I don't know everything, but we can learn together. Number three, we follow the Swayze rule. Here, be nice, don't get stuck, but Dama will boot you out on your butt. Capital Q for questions for me or my guest. Drink up, participate, and have fun. This ain't a test. Kenny Biddle. Should never stop learning, but stop learning, never stop learning. Kenny Biddle. Things that are burning, preaching to you that you should never stop learning, but stop learning, never stop learning.